I remember hearing about Marina Abramovich's The Artist is Present exhibit, where she would make eye contact with whoever wanted to for however long they wanted to, or however long they could. And I was so inspired by this because I thought it must be such an intense experience to have this kind of intimacy with a stranger in front of so many people. But that's not completely revolutionary. I realize that now because that's what great art has been trying to do since the beginning. And as a performer, that's what I always want to be doing, is having this kind of eye contact or eye contact of the soul with any audience member that I am playing for. Today was a full day for me as a music student of practicing, rehearsals, coachings. I went to a piano recital and a percussion studio class, and I felt so lucky to be a music student because my life is full of experiencing the viewpoints and the riches that other people have to offer around me. All we really do in lessons and that kind of thing is figure out how to communicate and how to make that kind of eye contact I'm talking about with someone. And I really feel so blessed, hashtag, to be in this field where I can spend all day figuring out how to connect with other people. Lately, my newsfeed has been peppered with a lot of articles talking about classical music, whether or not it's alive or dead, or just its general health. And it's so discouraging to read all the facts and the opinions, and I wanted to share why I think that classical music is so alive and why I bank on it surviving. When I was younger, I was forced to practice violin and piano. I hated it. My parents let me quit ballet, so, I had to do the other things. And I'm so glad that they kept making me play violin, even though all I wanted to do was listen to top 40 and hip-hop. I guess at some point in middle school or high school, I realized that my range of emotion was limited by the music I was listening to. Now, of course, there are so many great musicians and artists that I've discovered who have so much to say through their music, but at that point, I was just listening to pop songs, and I didn't feel like their music was allowing for the intense sadness I had when I was like 12 and liked a guy who didn't like me back or something. But that was the first time I had a disconnect with language and realized that you can be oppressed by words. Luckily, I had classical music that I was playing and that I was able to just kind of fall into. And that's when I started to realize that classical music allows for everything. Pretty much everything is permissible. You can think whatever you want and draw whatever conclusions or connections you want to. That's true of almost anything in life, but it's so easy to forget that because everything we do becomes regimented and ordered. But classical music can still be kind of a playground in that way. So I really loved that. I know that I still struggle with expressing myself, and that's why I'm a music student. I'm still learning how to express myself through the music that I play in the hopes that I'll make eye contact with audiences. But I know what it's like to be oppressed in not being able to express with words what I want to say. And I just think that everyone will want this kind of freedom that comes from classical music, the freedom of expression and the freedom of thought. So that's why I love classical music. That's why I think that it's alive. I've engaged in so many discussions just listening to music because it's something that's so tangibly itself. You're capable of being nourished by it and challenged and all of these things, and so much of it is because there are no words. It can mean whatever you want it to mean, I guess is the cliche that I would take away from this video. So yeah, this had basically no facts and it's just my opinion, but I really think people will always need something like this that has this much freedom. And I was hypnotized by the percussionist I saw today. I listened to a Bach fugue, and Bach uses all the same materials and nothing is new, and you'd think it'd be boring, but it's so exciting, and that's just like life. And all of these things, I heard the pianist and all of these people who have so much passion for what they do, and I don't understand how something could be dead when so many people love it so much and they lock themselves up in these little rooms all day. My school is just, I look at it from afar sometimes and it's just Cornell boxes full of people and their stuff, and everyone is just glued to the page, and it's because they have a viewpoint that they want to share with you, and they're working really hard to do it. And that's a great conversation to have. Anyway, I think that it's so valuable, and if you are ever feeling something and you want a recommendation, just give me some words and I'll try to find something for you. But I really want to make this work. So yeah, this was my video on classical music and its health. Yeah, okay, bye.